So kids that I can use this for.
Oh, excellent. So this is going to be helpful so far. Great. Good. Now, this is where I've got to make it really clear now to you as a student that we are changing from words now to syllables.
Okay.
And syllables are parts of words. You may have clapped syllables with your teacher.
Mm-hmm.
Have you clapped your name, Kimberly, in class sometimes with your teacher?
Like, Kimberly.
That's it. They're called syllables or parts. That's fantastic. You're really good at this. So they're parts of words.
Okay.
Good.
All right.
Okay. So we might have a practice, but you just did. So we'll just keep going. So the first one is playing.
Playing.
Right. How many syllables is that?
2.
Good. Now, a lot of kids like to practice. This is going back to the clap. The problem with the clap, unhappy. Yes, that's correct. And I would say clapped correctly.
Yeah.
And how many claps? Well, that's 2 skills.
Yeah.
Thinking about how many syllables, but at the same time, I'm meant to count the claps.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'm not really assessing whether they can do the 2 skills at once, really.
Okay.
I just want to hear if they can break it up into syllables.
So could you do that into 2? So that you So as in.
That's why I like the blocks.
Yeah, straight to no claps.
However, it works better for some people if they clap.
Yeah.
So I would still count that as correct if you went unhappy. And I might say, oh, I'm going to copy you. You did this, and maybe you can count how many claps. Unhappy. But to me, that's just a technical.
That's 2 because I'm thinking of children with cognitive. Yeah, like I've got kids that can't even do the 1-to-1 count to 10 accurately.
So the clapping.
So the clap would be
beautiful.
better than them having to move because even the motor skills. And,
right.
Okay.
So in this program, we usually says here use counters, demonstrate.
Yeah.
But as you've recognised, we know people learn differently, and the clapping really helps.
Okay.
Yeah. Good.
All right.
Excellent.
Beautiful.
So we continue that.
Yep.
So I'll say under, and then we go to a 3-syllable one. Wonder. Oh, I'd say wonderful.
Wonderful.
Yeah. Okay. So I wouldn't say wonderful. And I'd say before. Before.
Yeah.
And this one, you quite often gets them unhappy. I think they just see
unhappy.
Yes.
It's like 2 parts of the words.
So then I'll say, do happy for me. And they'll usually go happy.
Yeah.
So then I'll go back to unhappy. Of course, I'll just quickly record on here.
Which one it took.
Yeah.
Okay, easy.
Good. All right. This one, and I've actually talked to education officers about this and a speech pathologist. It can be confusing, and we decided that there wasn't a huge benefit. You may have other ideas. Is the word long or short? And the really awful thing was the first word that was on there. Can you see what we've crossed off?
Train.
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 And kids think long. A train is long.
Yeah. Literal.
And nearly everybody says long for the word train. And I think it's comparable to, okay, telephone is kind of long with 3 syllables, but compared to supercalifragilisticexpialidocious, it's not a lot.
Yeah.
So we've decided as professionals over the years that we do not do this.
Because if the syllables are there and you can see that has more, like track or train versus mosquito, it's saying that there's 1 versus 3. Okay, no, that's not. They got that.
Yeah.
Because that's very confusing, especially for children with autism.
Yes. Oh, it just makes it more confusing. And choosing a word like train.
Yeah.
Why?
No.
Okay.
Sorry. No, that's good. All right, so know that.
Yeah. So blending is generally easier than segmenting.
Because that's how most parents would model like reading practices. Okay.
And you're hearing me say per it, which is a hard bit. You're hearing it per it.
You've only done the hard work.
Yeah,
okay.
That's right.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
like
with this one, you're going to try to tell me what this word is, and I'm stretching the word, and I can model with these. I'm stretching the word, and the word is stretched out is at. If we put those sounds together, what would that make? At. Fat. So I'm kind of getting them to visualize.
Would
as
you
well
get
as
that? I
listen.
would be getting the kids with their hands on to smush them together as well.
Yeah.
I've
that helps.
even seen
Yeah.
children,
Great.
so they've learnt from speeches.
Yes. Good.
Fat.
Fat. Same thing.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
So, okay. All right.
Fantastic.
Like, no, because I
This is
just
good.
like we've got a
Yeah.
whole classroom
Good.
doing this.
Yeah. No, but that's great. We
Yeah.
probably don't do enough of
Yeah.
that. In,
And it helps them when they convert into their writing. Then they have to think, okay, what sounds do I hear for this word? Cat.
exactly.
Okay, cat. Cat.
And this is yes.
Slow it down. Okay.
Certainly, it's reading and writing. This is linked to both.
Do you find that by the time they get to the word lamp, that they miss the
I did a little someone else tutoring the other day,
Yeah.
and she's fine with CVC,
Yeah.
but she's just not ready for the 4 sound blends yet
Yeah.
and segmenting. She's just not up to that
Okay.
yet.
All right.
Mm.
All right.
Yeah.
Because that's how
So
I.
it shows you what stage they're at.
Or even, sorry, as another next one along. So sock.
That's actually 3 sounds.
It is 3 sounds, but I'm thinking for those savvy kids who know that sock has 4 letters, like the CK, how do they go?
So that's where you remind them it's the sounds you can hear.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Easy.
yeah. So with lamp, yeah. So it's I probably use the same colours. Sorry.
Yeah, no, that's okay.
Yep. And that's the one, as you said, if they're not at that 4
Yeah.
sound
you would-
stage yet, I just recorded as wrong.
Okay, so you would always go straight to the modelling. So when you did it as the teacher, so if I was the teacher,
Yes.
you would say, okay, what is the word that I'm making now? P.
Yep.
Would you just go straight to that and then get them to ask the question? Again, they get them to answer the question. Is that why you use
Yep.
the blocks?
Yeah. And so that's what I do an example with the fat, as it
Yeah.
says here.
Yep.
And then I just go through each one.
Okay. With the blocks.
Yep. And I'm not actually teaching or anything at this stage.
No,
I'm just seeing what they're
just,
Yep. So I
okay.
use the blocks.
Okay,
every
good.
time.
All right then.
And I might say, they'll know that this one's got 4 sounds.
Yeah.
I might
Okay,
say
so
this
they
one's
could-
I might say this one's a little bit longer.
Okay.
Yeah.
and they'll
But
be
did
able
I
to see
answer your
that.
question? I'm not sure if
No,
I
you
did.
did. No, you
I
did. That's what I'm saying. Like, because in the, it depends. Like when you do an assessment with anyone, it has to be that consistency. So if you're starting off saying
Yeah.
at, what word have I made? Fat.
That's the example.
Then you'd be saying
Yep.
lamp. So then they're going to be saying lamp. So
Yep.
you go no. So you've started off originally as So I
Yep.
have to go lamp.
Yeah, but I'm not actually modelling a 4
No.
one. Yeah.
No, okay, good.
Yeah. Now, they might often get stop. They might not get lamp, but because stop's such a common word.
And they see it on the
And
signs.
you know what? I often add one. Because I think, you got that one wrong, you got that one right. I'm still not sure where you're at with the
Okay.
4 sounds. I'll just add another one with a blend.
So what's an example of one you might add?
Yeah, so I might add, blending,
Lamp,
let me see, because we have got an at there, we've got an up there.
land.
I might do an et actually. Oh, we've got an et there, but not in a 4 letter. I might do like test to est.
Oh, smart.
Test.
Yep.
Or-
Okay.
Or did you say can't?
I was
I've
thinking
got
like
an amp
if
there,
you've
but
got
land.
if they didn't get that
Yes.
one,
Yep.
because the M is a softer sound.
Yes.
and-
Yes.
but if it was land,
Yeah.
you might
Yeah.
you might find that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. No, that's good.
I used to have one of these sheets actually with a couple of, when I was doing a class, with a couple of spare words on there in
Okay.
case it came to that.
Beautiful.
Yeah. So now I say, now it's your turn to stretch the words.
Okay.
I'm going to give you the blocks.
Okay.
Okay. And you can just take as many blocks as you need, but we'll do an example first. Okay. So if I say the word fat to you, as you say each sound, you're going to move a counter. So you're going to go at
Okay.
fat. Okay, so
Yep.
put them here so where you can reach them.
Mhm.
You won't need more than 4, but I probably shouldn't say that. I might not say that, you know.
Okay. Just leave the
Right,
blocks
I'm
there.
going to leave them there where you
Alright.
can reach them. Okay, so let's try. You have a turn of fat for me, the one we just did.
Fat.
I'm going to
Fat.
stretch it.
Fat.
Right.
Fat.
That's
Yep.
good. Okay, so we'll go through all of those words. So we've got bend here.
Bend.
And
Be-
you might even get the end.
Yeah.
They
true.
might be great with all of the 2 and 3
Or
letter
bed.
sounds. Or,
But ed.
yes,
But then that, but
yeah.
okay, bend.
Yeah.
Okay, yep. And
So
you just
you'll
write
find that.
down.
And you just, yeah. Some
Okay.
of them will be fine if you're doing all of, say, all
And
the
that's
great
just
ones.
numbers, so like you'd say it,
Oh.
2.
The recording,
Yeah.
as long as you can interpret it.
Okay.
Yeah. So I usually do
Or
this.
even
I'll
like
break it up. It,
Okay, smart.
top to up. And
And
so
if it was
it's
bend, but, and then end.
but, end, bend.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you don't give them 2 goes, or you might give them, like with
If
most
they
of
get
these.
this one right, lump, I'll go back and give them another go.
Oh, smart.
And if they still get it wrong, because I often, good question, thank you. I'm glad, yeah, you're great with asking questions. It's good.
You know, don't ask, you don't
And
know.
I do. And that's my way of doing it.
Okay.
Whenever I do an assessment, I try to gain as much information as possible.
Okay.
Look, if I'm scoring, if it's a different kind of assessment, we need a score, we need a stain on or something. Of course, I'll go with the first response.
Yeah.
But the more information I get as to how we can help with mediation, yeah, the better.
Okay. So with the scoring at the end, how does this little tally work?
Yeah. It's very
Because I know you said before you
it's
make
not
your own
it's
spreadsheet.
quite informal.
All right. But it's enough to
It's
say.
just to see what areas
little
we
Johnny
need to work on.
can't split
Yes,
sounds, but he
exactly.
can blend sounds.
Yes.
Okay.
And sometimes, as I said, if you do a whole class, you might see a pattern.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Which
like,
helps
yeah,
the
no
class
kids
teacher.
know any blends.
Yeah.
Oh, good. That's right
Good.
then.
And so now we go
Okay.
to beginning sounds, then final sounds,
Oh, good.
and then the most difficult is the middle sounds in the CVC, as you know, consonant, vowel, consonant words.
Okay.
So we're just looking at, as you asked earlier, just that basic a, e, I, o, a. So we're not looking at at the other sounds that those
Okay.
letters may make.
The short.
Yeah,
Okay. So short.
the short
vowel
vowel sounds. Yeah, great. So
I like it.
this is just a listening one. So you can watch my mouth if you want to.
Yep.
Yeah. So we're going to do an example. I'm going to say a word, and you're actually going to tell me the first sound you hear. Okay, not the letter name.